Okay, so you've reached level 30 and you finally get your Kid Titan. The next step is, what do you do? Okay, so you're going to be getting platinum every day from, I think it's the bonus toss, and you can upgrade your weapons, your modules, the Titan itself, or you could save up your platinum for something like an Arthur or the Ao Ming, or even better yet, save it up for one of the newer Titans like the Nodens. What do you do? So I'm going to show you kind of a step-by-step breakdown of what I actually did on my own account, the iOS account, but also my baby account, which is on Android side. How did I go about, this whole process? So when we first got the Titans, I was looking at this thing, I was going, okay, gosh, we have a whole new set of upgrades. What do you do? It's a bit overwhelming at, the start. So we had, I believe, 2 free upgrades. One was for weapons and one was for the actual Titan itself. And I can't remember which one I picked. I'm just going to go with the core. So I think that's what I might have done. So I upgraded the core. So at this point, my Kid Titan is at level 4 here. And for the weapon, I decided to upgrade the Vengeance. So now the Vengeance is going to be upgraded. I'm just using the Battle Rec account here so I can showcase this to you step by step. This is kind of the reason why I have this account. But we're now stuck with a level 4 Kid and the Vengeance. Now, what actually happened was I had played the Titans at max level on this account. And I figured, okay, the Arthur was the best value in my opinion. Having said that, I decided, I was personally going to save up for the Arthur. Now, if you go to the store, you're going to notice like all the Titans start at level 3, okay, because of the engine, the core, and the hull all being, level 1. Now, the Arthur is 450 platinum, the Ao Ming is 700. So obviously, this is the more expensive one. I think the Arthur has better value. I actually did a video, on this, and I'll put a link to that video in the top right corner of the screen and the video description. But I basically went through a breakdown of each Titan in that video. And the Arthur to me was the best value you could get for your platinum. So I went ahead and I actually purchased the Arthur. So I'm going to go ahead here because I actually have the Arthur at level 3. Okay, so I purchased the Arthur. What I decided to do was I then decided to remove or unequip the Vengeance weapon from the Arthur. And I took it from the Kid. Okay, so I think it's, I kind of duplicated that because I wanted to show you guys something. So I'm going to unequip this Vengeance. We're going to go back. And what I did was I put the Vengeance weapon, on the Arthur. So now we have a brand new Arthur. We have a level 2 Vengeance. And then at this point, what I decided to do was I was going to save my platinum. And I decided to upgrade, pretty much in this order. So I looked at the speed. So one of the things that I found actually, first of all, was with the Arthur, what made it really strong was the blast wave and also the physical shield. That's, to me, what made the Arthur really strong. So what I decided to do was I upgraded the engine to level 5. So we're going to do that now so that you guys can see the order at which I upgraded, my Arthur. So I got the engine to level 5, and then I got the core to level 5. So I started doing this. So we're just going to do this quickly here. And then from here, I moved to the hull. And you guys will actually see some gameplay of, this exact same like Arthur build. Towards the end when I show you gameplay of my baby account here. But essentially you have level 5 for the engine, level 5 for the core, and level 5 for the hull. So that's the order I went by. And then, once that was done, I decided to focus on the weapons. Now, when it comes to the weapon, I found the Vengeance weapon was what did pretty much, most of the damage. So I ended up upgrading the Vengeance to level 5. So you want to focus on the alpha weapon first. So I got this to level 5 and then I started upgrading the Retaliators. So I would do this. I would upgrade, one retaliator, and then I would go back to the other one. So you see what I'm doing is I'm upgrading, one level on either side. And my reasoning behind this is because you don't want to focus on one retaliator and you get like the one retaliator to level 5 and then the other one to level 5. The reason why I do it step by step like this, or balancing it out this way, is because if this was, say, at level 5, I'm in battle and this one gets blown off, this one's going to be at level 1, so it's not really going to do that much damage. By upgrading each one, balancing it out that way, it doesn't matter which one gets blown off. I'm not going to lose that much damage output. So that's my reasoning. So let's just go ahead. We're going to upgrade this one. Okay, and you can see the order by which I'm doing. So first of all, I focus on the alpha weapon, then I focus on the beta weapon. So we're going to do that. And I'm just going back and forth so that you guys can see the order. And then I'm going to actually speed it up for the next part after that. Okay, so you can see why I'm upgrading, this way. So it doesn't matter, for example, like let's just say I'm in battle like this, and the enemy were to blow off, this retaliator here. This one's already at level 4, which isn't that much difference from this one. So I don't really lose that much damage output. If this was level 5 and this was level 1, well, you could see where we're going with that. The damage output all of a sudden drops quite a bit. So what I did was I balanced this out. 5, 5, 5 is kind of what I had. And obviously the author is level 15. And you can see this, or you will see this in the gameplay. And when I got to this point, I thought, okay, so now it's time for the next step up. We're going to get this to level 10. Okay, so I upgraded this all the way to level 10. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do this just to speed it up. So I had a level 10 Vengeance, and then my Retaliators were level 5. And then once again, I do the same thing, leveling this to 6, leveling that to 6, 7, 7. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm just going to, upgrade this way, just so that we can speed it up. Okay, so we're going to do that. Let's go ahead and let's do this. Okay, so now I'm sitting with an author that's level 15. So just go back to this. Level 5, 5, 5. And our weapons are level 10, 10, 10. That means that, this thing actually outputs quite a bit of damage. But the next step now is modules. So when I had gotten to this point, I thought, okay, we know that there's going to be more Titans out there. There's going to be more weapons and so on. Should I upgrade the author? Or should I upgrade, the weapons or the modules? Weapons and modules can be transferred from one Titan to the next. Now, because I don't know what the meta is going to be in terms of Titans in the future, I decided to actually save up my platinum so I could purchase the more premium modules. So if you go to the store here, you click on that, you're going to see plated armor. So you have to think now, okay, what makes the author really strong? Plated armor does, but in the case of my author, I actually found that, you want to increase the damage output. So what I actually ended up doing was I actually ended up getting an antimatter reactor. So I purchased this for 200 platinum. So I saved up my platinum and I bought an antimatter reactor. Now this is actually kind of where my author on my baby account sits, right? So what I would actually do is I would get the antimatter reactor, and then I would go to the store, wait until I get like 200 platinum, and I'll buy the platinum, or the plated armor kit rather, and then I'll get another plated armor kit. I'll just keep doing that. So we'll go ahead, we'll do this. And this is the order that I would actually do it on my own account. I haven't gotten to this point yet, obviously, but let's see, antimatter reactor. So I would focus on antimatter reactor instead of doing all plated armor. The reason for this is just so that you have 2 plated armor, 2 antimatter reactors. In the event that maybe you want to switch to something like the Nodens or the Ao Ming, you can, move 2 of the plated and 2 on the antimatter. You're not stacked too much on like the armor or too much on damage. So that's kind of, what I would do. And then at this point, what I would actually do is I would upgrade, for example, this at, upgrade this to level 5. And this is the order that I would do like on my own account. Okay, so what you want is this at level 5. And then just to balance things out, you would do the same thing over here. Okay, so that's level 5. And then you're going to do the same thing over here. So what you do is, you see how I'm kind of balancing things out, but at the same time, I'm focusing on things like weapons and modules. Items for my bot that I know I can move from one Titan to the next. By doing it this way, I get more value out of my investments, or, out of my upgrades, if that makes sense. Okay, so we're going to do this. And there we go. So we're going to have like, antimatter reactor level 5, plated armor kit level 5, and then we have our weapons here. Now, let's just say, for example, the Nodens or whatever was to come out. What I would then do is, because I haven't really invested that much in the Arthur, I'll just take the weapons off, at least these 2, and the modules, and move it over to the Nodens, once I get that. So that is sort of the process or the general guide that I would do. If you decide not to actually get the Arthur, and instead you get like the Ao Ming, I would have done probably the same thing. I think I would have, you know what, let's just go ahead and let's just do that. So I'm going to buy an Ao Ming here. Thankfully, this is not my account. That would have been a pretty expensive, demonstration. But let's just say we get, the Ao Ming here. So how would I upgrade this? I think I would have actually done the same thing. What you could possibly do, because the hull and the core, this has to do with the actual health of the Ao Ming. What you could do if you find you're dying too quick, because the thing with the Ao Ming I found is you have to actually upgrade it quite a bit. But this here, the engine actually helps with your ability to repair. So I think in this case, I probably would have done the same thing, because it affects the speed and the repair. So I would have done the same thing again. Just keep doing this way. And what you can actually do, or what I would recommend doing is, so once we get this to level 15, which is what I'm going to do now quick. So let's just do this here. And again, because I think with the Ao Ming, speed and the repair is really important, because you may need to fly out of there. I know it doesn't fly fast, but if you see another Ao Ming headed your way, you probably want that speed, because hull and core at that point isn't going to really help you that much. So what I would actually do is, at this point, if you decide to actually upgrade again, I would do the exact same order, except you do increments of 5. So the engine would be, level 10, and then you do the core at level 10, and then the hull at level 10. So I'm just going to show you a very quick demonstration here. So we're going to do that, just so you can see the order by which I would upgrade, my Titan. And if I were to get the Nodens, I'm pretty sure I would probably follow the same general rule of thumb. So we're going to do that. Okay. So that's the order that I would do with the Titan. But for the Ao Ming, I think, once you get to level 15, so 555, it's time to really focus on the weapons, because it's no point having such a strong Titan, but your damage output is weak. So, once this is level 15, basically focus on the Vengeance weapons first. So get this to level 5, and then level 5, and then 10, and then, moving them up, just like I did with the Arthur, and then focus on your modules after that. So I think that's the general, step-by-step process that I would do when it comes to upgrading, a Titan. And what I'm going to do now is I'm actually going to switch over to my baby account, which is the one that has level 6 bots and my level 15 Arthur. And I'm going to show you some gameplay of what a level 15 Arthur looks like, and probably show you the modules, because I don't have multiple antimatter and plated armor. So let's skip to that part, and we're going to take a look at some gameplay. Okay, so we've dropped in on power plant map, and I've started with the Phantom here. What I'm actually thinking about doing is placing a beacon point over here, going to the bottom to get that beacon. Let me go get this beacon. I'll do this. This way I can blink back up top there. So once I get this beacon, we're gonna blink back here. Although this guy is gonna go for this beacon here. He was just waiting for me, I think. So I'm just waiting before I engage here. This guy just death marked me too. So I'm gonna stay on this beacon for as long as possible. I'm gonna try to get this guy all the way down. My teammate's here to help me. That's good. Come on. Ah! There we go. We're gonna blink back to the top here. We need to defend this side. Gotta make sure I stay on this beacon just in case. So we delay any kind of push here. Let's just do that. I'm gonna focus on this guy. And this guy is actually running the build I want to run. We gotta make sure we drop in there. I'm gonna use my leech. This is gonna be helpful. There we go. This guy may want to back away here, otherwise he's going to get me killed. Let's just wait. There we go. That was really well played by my teammates. Okay, they're going to be sending in some Aljungs here, so I'm going to get behind cover. We got 2 Aljungs. Yeesh. Man, that guy's going to get split. Whoa. Okay, we're going to make sure we get this guy now. Since he's landed, this guy... Oh, shoot. Sorry, dude. No. There we go. Okay, so I'm gonna actually retreat back here, because this other guy is gonna go into flight, and I want to make sure that I'm behind cover just in case. So I can heal up, I can use my ability. Yep, there we go. So I'm watching that Aljung there. So we're gonna see if we can perhaps move in and attack this other guy here. What's actually good is this this falcon. Try to get this Aljung here before he can fly. Looks like I'm getting hit by the Titan as well. Trying to get that guy. Maybe this guy. I think he lost connection or something. Okay, so now I know they have a Titan here. I'm going to drop in very close to this Ao Ming if I can. My Titan bar, you can see, is ready. So we're going to drop in over here. And we're going to try to focus on this guy. So one thing you got to be careful of the Ao Ming is them actually firing over on top of your shield. So that's why you see me backing up a bit, making sure I can take this guy out, and also this guy here. There we go. Can I get this guy here? I might be able to get him. Trying to climb on top of this ledge here. Yeah, I actually think one of their players lost connection. You can see he's still standing there. Yeah, this guy over here. Okay, so I'm gonna stay on this beacon here, because just in case, you never know. Might as well get some free damage here. This guy lost his connection. Let's check out this guy. We gotta watch out for this player here. He's gonna use his shield. This guy's actually playing it really smart. So you see what he did? He waited until I was distracted so he could get to this beacon. Let me just turn sideways here quick just to see what's happening on that end. We're gonna focus on this guy. And he's probably gonna drop in with a Titan or something here, I'm imagining. So I'm just going to get behind this pylon thing, because I think he's going to drop in here. And just look to see what's happening there. Yep, there we go. Old granddad. Man, I feel so bad. I just took out someone's granddad. There we go. So I'm staying actually on top of this ledge here because it gives me elevation advantage. And plus I have, this pylon as well to help. So you see what I'm using? I'm using this as cover here. I saw this guy's... saw his weapon drop, which means he doesn't have that resistance. Neither does this guy. So we're going to focus on this Ao Ming here first. So unfortunately he took me out, but this is the end of the game, and I think I did a decent amount of damage in this game. You can see how strong the Arthur is, even at level 15. So I took down, I think I took it down an Ao Ming, almost a second one there. We did 2.3 million damage, 8 kills, 2 beacons, and this is how we stacked up. So we did pretty well. We came first on our team. I can't take a look at, the profiles of these players here because I think they must be on iOS or something. They don't have any keys. This guy here is on Android. This is a Champion League player. So let's take a look at, what they're running here. So level 8 and 9 bots. Level 9 Arthur. And let's just take a look at my hanger here. Okay, and that's what I'm running. Level 15 Arthur. You can see my weapons, level 10. And this player I can take a look at because he is on Android. So we're going to take a look at what they're running here. And as you can see, they do have some MK2, robots. I was going to say weapons, but it's robots. And level 22 Ao Ming. So their Ao Ming is actually stronger than mine. In terms of weapons, my weapons are stronger. And one thing I wanted to show you first. Hold on, let me just do this first so you guys can take a look at the honor points and stuff. One thing I wanted to show you was the level of my Arthur in terms of modules. So let's just take a look at this. So you can see 5, 5, 5, and based on how I upgraded was kind of what I showed you. My weapons are level 10, and I told you guys I was saving up platinum to buy the premium modules, and you can see I have the antimatter reactor. Next up, I'm going to save up 200 so I can get the plated, which is going to be this one over here. And then I'm going to get another antimatter reactor. And once I have all my premium modules, that is when I'm going to start upgrading, all of them to probably level 10 or so. And so I guess because I didn't show you guys, what I'm running here in terms of my bots, this is what it is. Basic stuff. I don't have any last stand or anything. I do have thermonuke for my Ao Jung, I believe. Okay, and this is just basically what I won from the event. So that's why I kind of like playing for or during the events, is because I get special prizes sometimes like that. And you can see my pilots, and I think that pretty much wraps up today's video as far as upgrading your Titan, that kind of guide. Let me know if that was actually helpful for you guys, and I hope it was. And I think that about wraps everything up. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to give this video a thumbs up. And if you haven't yet subscribed, consider subscribing. Until the next video, I'll catch you guys later.